Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Mona Lisa Rambai bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. In Aveyron, Department French of the region of Occitania, there are 6 elementary schools that are part of the Don Bosco network. In Bozols, St. Genius d'Olt, Severac-le-Château, Rodez, Ornat-le-Château, and Drolhy. The children of these schools have recently received a very special visit, that of Papi El Paglacio, sent to them at the request of Inspector of Salesians in France and southern Belgium, Don Daniel Federspiel. But what happens when Daddy the Clown gets to class? A short story takes us to the heart of Salesian pedagogy. It all starts with a letter from Don Federspiel, in which the Salesian tells how during his travels he met this clown he welcomed to his school in Paris, thinking he could help him. But the poor clown soon showed that he could not read, write nor count, because he was not able to go to school during his childhood, and now, although he wanted to learn, he was afraid of being mocked. Upon reading the inspector's letter, all the children said they were happy to welcome him, and there were words to reassure him. Everyone goes at his own pace. We will not leave him alone. We will explain to him. We will not make fun of him. We are all here to learn. The 5-man football team Cadiz Virgili Don Bosco, born in the 2020 to 2021 season from the agreement between the 5-man football team Cadiz CF Virgili Futsal and the sports club of the Salesian Institute Don Bosco of Cadiz, has expanded its sport educational offer with a section especially dedicated to people with disabilities, the ASA team. The ASA section owes its name to George Asa, the first disabled Olympic athlete, German naturalized American, who won 6 medals as a gymnast and was born from the initiative to the team's coaches, Teresa Atero and Nestor Villegas, as well as the support of the Club Poli Deportivo Don Bosco and the Cadiz Virgili Futsal by virtue of the existing affiliation agreement between the two entities. The training activity for team members takes place free of charge on Mondays and Wednesdays. From 5:40 to 7 at the facilities of the Salesian schools in Cadiz. "40 students attending the Salesian Oratory Santa Chiara in Palermo have had access to school supplies, including tablets for online learning, as well as pens and notebooks. Thanks to the support of Salesian Missions, the Salesian Missionary Prosecutor's Office in New Rochelle, United States. The Solidarity Initiative has also made available to students sanitizing gels, a machine to sanitize rooms, and food for families in need in the neighborhood. Most of the children attending the Salesian Oratory are between 6 and 15 years old and from low-income families, where their parents are unemployed or working in the black, while some of the children's fathers are in prison or under house arrest. Through this initiative, Salesian Missions has helped 12 families, like that of Giuseppe, a 9-year-old boy, son of 2 parents who, in order to move forward, do occasional jobs. When both parents were infected with COVID-19, they had to remain in quarantine for 20 days, isolated from all friends and schoolmates, but the Salesian were able to provide him with a tablet so that he could continue to follow the lessons anyway. So he managed to connect and did not miss a single day of school. On Friday, April 30th, 2021, at the Aula Magna of the Ordinary Court of the Diocese of Rome, the opening session of the Diocesan Inquiry of the Life, Heroic Virtues and Fame of Holiness and Signs of the Servant of God, Rosetta Marchese, professed religious of the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians Institute, took place. During the opening session, the members of the Diocesan Tribunal were sworn in. The Episcopal Delegate, Monsignor Giuseppe Di Alonso, the Promoter of Justice, Don Giorgio Cucci, Auctorial Notary Marcello Terramani, Deputy Notary Giancarlo Bracci, and later also the Postulator Don Pierluigi Carmeroni, SDB, and the Deputy Postulator Sister Francesca Caggiano, FMA. The situation of COVID-19 infections in India remains critical and worrying. The number of new cases has risen above 4 lakhs daily. In a district of Madhya Pradesh state, 99% of pilgrims subjected to tampons after their return from a large Hindu religious festival attended by more than 9 million people were positive. And even in those states that have held elections in recent weeks, there is a marked increase in infections. The fear, therefore, is that the peak has not yet been reached. In this scenario of great suffering and where human resources seem not to be enough, the Salesians remain faithful to the motto indicated by the Rector Major for the situation of pandemic, and moved by hope in Christ, do everything in their power to benefit others and implore from God the end of the pandemic. The educational team, Don Bosco en la Calle and the Oven Dulce Hogar production unit of the Centro Barrio Juvenil, Proyecto Don Bosco, participated on April 17th in the Civil Society Awareness Fair organized by the Departmental Network for the Rights of Children and Young People in the Street Situation. The participants of the fair were able to learn about the various services offered by the Don Bosco project for the benefit of street children. The Oven Dulce Horgal Dulce Casa offers the opportunity for young people to train in the production of baked goods and at the same time allows over 15 Santa Cruz reception facilities to receive bread every day, thanks to the Bread of the Little Hands project. On April 23rd, the national webinar of the Salesian Brazil Social Action Network, RSB Social, took place on the Zoom platform on the theme, Our Identity and Our Commitments. The event brought together more than 350 people from all over the country, including leaders and educators of Salesian social works, schools and groups of the Salesian family in Brazil. The webinar has proposed to provide an overview of the notebooks of the identity and the fundamental commitments of RSB Social, as well as generating reflections on the fundamentals of social activities and their links with the activities developed in the Salesian educational pastoral communities. To this end, the participants were able to count on the presence of the trainees and authors who collaborated in the production of the notebooks, who illustrated the content, meanings and implications of the tools made available for the network's social activities. On May 1st, in the chapel of Don Bosco Seminary, the superior of the Salesian province of the Northern Philippines, FIN, Don Gegardo Martin, presided over the celebration, during which 7 Salesians issued the perpetual profession. Paul Aldrin Donca, Daniel Gonzalez, Nathaniel Pettit, Jose Isidro Torres, FIN, Gensen Bangus, FIS, David Yan Neng Ong, MYM, and Filomeno Bello, TLS. The General Economo of the Salesian Congregation, the Salesian Coadjutor Jean-Paul Muller, on April 23rd visited the various activities of the Salesian Youth Center Don Bosco Gatenga near Kilagi, where various projects are being worked on. Accompanied by the Superior of the Salesian Visitors Africa Great Lakes AGL, the Economo Modella Visitatoria and Director of the Office of Planning and Development, and the Director of the Youth Center, Mr. Muller, visited the construction sites of the structures under construction, including the schools, classrooms, and Eco-Hospitality Center and the community home. In addition, it has also seen other sites where other projects that have not yet been carried out will arise, including an agriculture and livestock project. On May 3rd is the World Press Freedom Day, proclaimed by the General Assembly of the United Nations in 1993. The importance of information and precisely of freedom and pluralism of the media is highlighted on this day. Pope Francis, in the message for the 55th World Communications Day, reminds us, we owe a word of gratitude for the courage and commitment of all those professionals, journalists, camera operators, editors, directors who often risk their lives in carrying out their work. Thanks to their efforts, we now know, for example, about the hardships endured by persecuted minorities in various parts of the world, numerous cases of oppression and injustice inflicted on the poor and on the environment, and many wars that otherwise would be overlooked. It would be a loss not only for news reporting, but for society and for democracy as a whole, were those voices to fade away. Our entire human family would be impoverished. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.